My number 3 is Champions of Midgard. This is one that I've kind of started playing like fairly early into getting into board game. This is one that I've played fairly quickly, like one of the first game I was introduced to. And it was just, there's just something about this game that is special. It's at its core, it's a worker placement game. So you all have these different Vikings. You're going to be placing them onto the different actions that you can activate. You can send them hunting. And when you send them hunting, you're going to take your warriors, because you're also collecting warriors, and those are the dice. And then you're going to roll the dice, and however many hits that you have is how much food you bring back. Or you can send them against the troll that are attacking the village. And then if you successfully defeat the troll, then you get whatever the troll card gives you. But another thing that with the troll card is because you defended the village, the villagers are very grateful, and it kind of boosts up your reputation, which is great because we're all competing to become like the new Jarl of the village. So it boosts up your reputation, but it gives shame to other players. Like you can take some of your shame that you might have acquired and you give it to another player. Now, if nobody defends the village, everybody gets shame, right? And the more shame you get, the more negative points it's going to be worth. So you don't want to do that. Or you can go out into the mountains and attack the monsters that are in there. And they're going to give you victory points, and normally they give you gold as well. Now, you'll have different monsters there. Some of them like defend really well against spears, so you can't send your spearmen there, or they defend, like you might get across some of that. Now, within the village, there's different things that you can do as well. You can kind of go look at runes, and that'll give you kind of a special ability. Or you can kind of go into the location that allows you to see like what type of weather you're going to get on a boat trip. You can collect some warriors, right? So where you're kind of getting more people onto your team. So you collect the dice that you would add to your board. Now you can only have 8 dice at a time. You can collect food. You can... there was like one area that the action there changes every time. And there's other areas that, depending on the number of players, how many is available. So some may not be available all the time. But so that's the worker placement. Or you can go to the like the beach, I guess, and either create a boat that will be your own boat, or you can use one of the village boat to go and on a kind of Viking boat trip to go and attack the bigger monsters that are, on different lands. Now, where it gets really interesting with doing that is you need to send warriors and food for the trip, depending on the room that you have on this boat. So if you take the little boat, you're not sending a lot of people. You still need to make sure you send food to feed them all. So if it carries 5, then you take 3 people and 2 food. Then you can, depending on how far the trip is, you might be able to food 2 people with 1, 2 people with 1 food, or maybe it's 1 per 1. Then one's going to starve. And if they starve by the time you arrive, you don't get to roll him. He's already dead, right? So, and then while you take those trips, you reveal how the trip was. Like, oh no, it was really rough. We lost some food, so you got to take our food out. Or somebody fell off the boat, so you got to take one of your dice out. Or maybe it's like smooth sailing, no worries, everything was good. Or maybe you got attacked by a kraken on the road, on your trip, so you got to defeat the kraken first. Then you go and try to defeat the other bigger monster. And if you're not successful, like you lose your warriors. Like the warriors, I gotta say, are very dispendable in this game. So they'll die all the time. You just go get more. Like we're kind of not concerned about that all that much. But everything kind of will give you points as you defeat things. And at the end, there's a lot of like end of goals that will give you more points. And then when you kind of at the end, you kind of gather all the monsters you've gotten, and every set of the different colored monsters will give you bonus points. It is neat. It is satisfying. I really, really enjoy this game. And that is my number 3, Champions of Midgard.
This is it. That one was really fun. I've only played that one time, but I did like the dice part of it. It was really neat. All right, and I love Viking games.